Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You are knowing what you are wanting? You are enjoying the expansion of your desire? You like the feel of wanting? Wanting meaning desiring? You like that feeling? If you do, then you have figured some things out that will serve you very well. If your desire feels good to you, it means that you have managed to practice yourself into rather close vibrational accord. We are being serenaded by the chandelier. You have brought yourself into very close vibrational accord with the vibration of your desire. If your desire feels good to you, what it really means is you believe it. You expect it. It's possible to want something that you don't believe. And when you focus upon a desire and you do not believe it, then when you focus upon that desire, you don't feel good. Does that make sense to you? It would only make sense to you if you are consciously aware that this is a vibrational universe and that you are a vibrational being and that your emotions are your vibrational indicators. It would only make sense to you if you understood that when you focus upon something like a desire, that it activates a vibration within you. And anytime you activate a vibration of desire, how you really feel about it is activated too. So there is this constant vibrational feedback that is reflected to you or fed back to you through your emotions. So when you focus upon a desire and you feel exhilaration about it, you like thinking about it, you like planning about it, you like scripting about it, you like talking about it, you like planning for it, or you like just being inside the idea of it. When you have a desire that feels like that, that means you've practiced the frequency of the desire long enough that that frequency is your normal frequency relative to that subject. So that means there's no resistance within you, resistance that you feel by negative emotion, but resistance that is absent when you have positive emotion. So in the absence of resistance, that means that you are offering such a pure, clear, singular signal relative to your desire that it is ready to manifest. That's what that feeling of passion or exhilaration is. It means on the way. It means moving in the direction of. It is the appreciation of this wonderful thing that you're focused upon. There are many people who feel emotions, in fact, all do, but have no idea that the emotion that they are feeling is their vibrational feedback, letting them know about where they are on a subject. And yet it is so important because you want to and you can. You want to, we know you do. You want to and you can. We know you want to and you can. You want to train your frequency into harmony with your desire. Really, you do. Because to want and not believe not only feels awful, it will keep what you want from ever manifesting. Now, we want to help you to realize that things don't have to manifest before you can feel good. But our physical human friends don't usually like to hear that from us because they think that it is our attempt to get you to just accept the unmanifested life and deal with it. In other words, we know the lover you want is not yet in your bed, but if you will be happy anyway, and that's where we lose large segments of the population. Because they don't want to be happy without the manifestation of something that they want. And we say, really you do? And they say, really we don't. We say, really you do. You do want to be happy. And we know that because we know that everything you want, no matter what it is, a relationship, a material object, a pile of money, a situation, a circumstance, an event, every single thing you or anyone wants or has ever wanted is because you think you will feel better in the having of it. So if we can convince you that you have the ability to feel good even in the absence of the manifestation, we are very careful about those words. You can feel good in the absence of the manifestation, but you can't feel good in the absence of the vibration that matches the desire. And that really is where deliberate creation kicks in. Because if you get it that you cannot feel bad about something you want and ever manifest it, you cannot feel the absence of something wanted and attract the presence of it. But you can attract the presence of it even in the absence of it by not feeling bad in the absence of it. That was very clever. Did you get it? But what trips most people up is they are so accustomed to responding to the reality of what is. So if something good is happening, they have a good feeling response. But if something is missing, then they have a bad feeling response. And then they wonder why what they want won't come. And we say, you hold all of the power to your attraction. You have the ability to practice yourself into a frequency that attracts what you want. Just like you have the ability to practice yourself into a frequency that detracts what you want. Because law of attraction is matching your vibration. Now most of you have a sort of mixed bag. Some things it's easy for you to feel good about, some things not so easy. But we want you to notice, over the next days especially, that you do spend more time than is really good for you responding to the current conditions, which means you're letting the current conditions train your vibration. And think about what that means. If what is what you focus on, and what you focus on is what you practice, and what you practice is the frequency that you offer, and what you offer is what you get back, isn't it sort of a cycle that you might want to consider breaking? I'm looking at this thing that I don't want and getting more of it, so I'm looking at it and getting more of it, so I'm looking at it and getting more of it and looking at it and getting more of it. Is there something missing in the explanation? I see this thing I do not want, and the more I look at it, the more I get of it, so I think I will look at it some more. And we say, the thing that's missing is you have forgotten that you get what you think about, you get what you feel about, you get what you practice yourself into vibrational accord with. And we know it's much easier to keep thinking a thought you've been thinking. We watch you. We have offered blocks of thought to Esther for many, many years, watching her find new words that match those blocks of thought, in order to help you from the inside out reorient yourself in this time-space reality. Because you become so accustomed to feeling the same way that you always felt when a certain condition or word or conversation is offered to you. It's just easier to keep offering the vibration that you've been offering, even if it brings back to you something that you don't want. For example, it's easy in this economic climate to think about shortage of money, even though more wealth is being made by some people at this time than in all of the history of economics. But still, it's easier for most people to focus on shortage. It's easy for most people to focus upon the decline of their physical apparatus as they worry about their physical well-being, especially as they project themselves into the future. It's much easier if you walk about and if you were to be so bold as to say, I believe in my physical wellness. If you walked down any street in any city proclaiming your confidence in your well-being, you would be inundated with well-meaning completely wrong people who would come forward to let you know you should not be so overly optimistic, because haven't you heard about this or this or this or this or this? The facts of manifestation would be presented to you in order to get you to be convinced in your own vulnerability. And we want you to understand that even amidst all of this pessimism, it is astonishing to us to see people frantic about a healthcare system that, from our point of view, you want never to need. It's like planning for your personal decline and everyone else's as well. Now, we are not encouraging you to not help out anyone who needs help. We just think that if you are convincing yourself all day, every day about your decline, Esther will listen to a comedian on television talking about old people, old, decrepit, declining, sexually devalued people. And she always says the same thing back to them. That's going to come back and bite you in the butt. Because they're not talking about themselves today, but they're talking about moving through time, and they are planning decline for everyone they see, and they are not leaving themselves out of it, we promise you. So what we're wanting you to understand is that what is, even if almost everybody you know has almost the same, similar, and maybe by your standard not wanted experience, it still has nothing to do with you, except that your attention to this unwanted experience causes you to practice the frequency of it, which means it will become your experience. And then they say, see, I was right. And we say, you weren't right, you were influential. You influenced people into a vibrational pattern of thought that did not serve them. And had they been aware that the emotion that they are feeling is their indication, it's not serving me now, it's not serving me now, it's not serving me now, it's not serving me now. And if you cared more about how you feel than about being politically correct or medically correct or statistically accurate, Esther will say, but Abraham, it's true. And we say, do you even know what those words mean? It's true. It's true. Do you know what it's true means? The phrase it's true simply means somebody gave their attention to something long enough to achieve a vibrational alignment with it. And law of attraction gave them what they were thinking about. That's what it's true means. If we were standing in your physical shoes, we would at least add another phrase to the words, it's true. And that other phrase would be, it's true and I want some of it. It's true and I want some of it. Because if it's true and you don't want any of it, it being true is not good enough reason for you to give your attention to it. Play it for a little while, over the next 5 or 10 days. It's true, but I don't think I would like any of that. But it's really true. But I don't think I would like any of that. It's going to be quite shocking to you how many things you give your attention to that are true, that you don't want to activate in your vibration, but you are because it's true. And we are encouraging you today to find a new criteria, a criteria that the source within you has found long ago. The criteria to give your attention to something is, does this that I'm holding as my object of attention resonate with the true core of my being? In other words, does it feel good when I think about it? This thing that I'm focused upon, is it in such vibrational sync with the source within me that when I focus upon it, I'm wide open to the energy that creates worlds, allowing the cells of my body to accurately communicate with one another, bringing me thriving resonance and well-being. That's the sort of truth we would encourage you to look for. The truth, the only truth of pure positive energy that ripples through your being when you find alignment with the source within you. That's truth. That's truth that will serve you. That's truth that will refuel you. That's truth that will rebalance you. That's truth that will give you clarity.